This fight produced one of the most interesting scorecards in boxing history. One judge had it pretty wide for Manny Pacquiao, one judge had it pretty wide for Marquez, and one judge had it a draw. But here's the twist, this may all come down to 1 point in the first round where two judges correctly scored 3 knockdowns as 10-6 and one judge incorrectly scored it as 10-7. Tonight we're breaking down every round to see if that mistake changed the fight and to find out who really won Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez I. Stay to the end, the final score may surprise you, and subscribe now if you want to score fights like a pro. Round 1, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao landed 27 clean-landed punches and Juan Manuel Marquez landed 23. Clean punching, 10-9, Manny Pacquiao. Effective aggression. At 1:32 on the clock, Manny Pacquiao scores his first knockdown. At 1:08 on the clock, Manny Pacquiao scores his second knockdown. And believe it or not, at 45 seconds on the clock, Manny Pacquiao scores his third knockdown in the first round. This fight is very famous for the 3 knockdowns in the first round, and whether or not Juan Manuel Marquez was ever able to come back from that. Juan Manuel Marquez still was effectively aggressive before the knockdowns, and even after the first one, or else I would have made this category the worst possible 10-7 in my algorithm, but still 10-8 due to the overwhelming effective aggression by Pacquiao. Ring generalship. Tone control was all Pacquiao, which led to the 3 knockdowns. Juan Manuel Marquez controlled action for a lot of the round, which led to him landing almost as many punches as Manny Pacquiao, but Pacquiao's ability to cause knockdowns almost at will gave him the action control points. Ring generalship. 10 points Manny Pacquiao, 8.5 Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Pacquiao, ducking to both fighters, bobbing and weaving to Marquez, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Marquez, and clinching, 7 points to both fighters. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.657 points to Manny Pacquiao and 8.645 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. Even without the knockdowns, a pretty wide round 1 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. And of course, with the knockdowns, 3 knockdowns, this is officially a 10-6 round for Manny Pacquiao. And as we go through this fight, as always, I will give you my running score compared to the 3 judges at ringside. They are Guy Jutras, Jon Stewart, and Bert Clements. Of course, in this round, judges mandated to make it a 10-6 round given the 3 knockdowns, but Bert Clements somehow missed the memo and made it 10-7 to Manny Pacquiao. Let's see how that affects the overall result at the end of the fight. Make sure to drop a comment below to let me know what you were thinking when you saw 3 knockdowns when this fight happened live in the first round. Round 2, clean punching. In this round, 22 landed punches by Manny Pacquiao to 21 by Juan Manuel Marquez, very close. The running total in the fight so far, 49 for Pacquiao, 44 for Marquez. Clean punching, 10-9, Manny Pacquiao. Effective aggression. Manny Pacquiao pressed forward for the full round, unleashing explosive, aggressive bursts, while Juan Manuel Marquez was also explosive, but in a counter-punching capacity and a bit less frequently. Effective aggression, 10 points to Manny Pacquiao, 9.5 to Juan Manuel Marquez. Ring generalship. Juan Manuel Marquez set the pace and tone for this round and controlled it well. He was able to shut down Manny Pacquiao's offense for almost a full minute with his movement and counter-punching, and made Pacquiao pay to land shots. Ring generalship. 9 points Manny Pacquiao, 10 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 2 to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave the high guard to Manny Pacquiao, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Marquez, and clinching to Marquez. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.481 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.424 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. A very, very close round, but in favor of Manny Pacquiao. 10-9. And I now have the fight 20-15 Manny Pacquiao. Judge Jutras gave that round to Marquez and has the fight 19-16 Pacquiao. Judges Jon Stewart and Bert Clements both gave that round to Manny Pacquiao. Jon Stewart has it 20-15 as I do, and Judge Bert Clements, given his blunder in round 1, has it 20-16 Manny Pacquiao. Round 3, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao lands only 8 punches and Juan Manuel Marquez lands 13 punches. Running total in the fight, dead even now, 55 punches apiece. Clean punching, Juan Manuel Marquez, 10-9. Effective aggression. Here's what I don't like. Juan Manuel Marquez landed a fair body shot at 2 minutes on the clock. Joe Cortez told him to keep them up, and then he landed another fair one on the belt line at 148, but now Manny Pacquiao is looking to the referee for help due to the precedent that Joe Cortez set. Simply yucky. Manny Pacquiao was more aggressive, but mostly effective in the first minute, becoming less and less effective as Marquez kept implementing his plan. Pacquiao ended the round with his hand raised, but I think he knows in his heart that he was surprised that Marquez was trading so hard with him to the end of the round. Marquez was not very aggressive at all, and had mixed success when he was aggressive. He caught Manny Pacquiao many times, but Pacquiao also had nice defense many times. Effective aggression, 9.5 points Manny Pacquiao, 9 points Juan Manuel Marquez. Ring generalship. Juan Manuel Marquez controlled action and tone for maybe 3/4 of the round. He moved back, kept turning Manny Pacquiao to take the steam off his attacks, kept luring him in, and then attacked with powerful, precise counters. Then he changed his pattern to initiate more in the second half of the round, shutting off much of Pacquiao's offense. Ring generalship, 10 points to Marquez, 8.5 to Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 3 to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Pacquiao, ducking 9 points to both fighters, bobbing and weaving 10 points to both fighters, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Marquez, and clinching 7 points to both fighters. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.931 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.562 points to Juan Manuel Marquez, a comfortable win in round 3 for Juan Manuel Marquez, 10-9. And I now have the fight 29-25 Manny Pacquiao. All 3 judges at ringside gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez. Judge Jutras has it 28-26 Pacquiao. Judge John Stewart has it 29-25 Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements has it 29-26 Manny Pacquiao. Round 4, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez land the exact same number of punches, 13 apiece. The running total in the fight, 68 punches landed by both men. Clean punching, 10 points to both fighters. Effective aggression. At 1:15 on the clock, Juan Manuel Marquez lands another right uppercut to the body, looking like his go-to punch in this fight, but this time, most of the glove was below the belt. I'd give a soft warning for this one. Marquez was more effective with his aggression, both in initiating and in countering effectively to reduce the effectiveness of Pacquiao's aggression. Effective aggression, 10-9 to Juan Manuel Marquez. Ring generalship. It really seems like Juan Manuel Marquez is using mastery to make Manny Pacquiao run low on steam or at least aggression after the onslaught of round 1, and then capitalizing in the second half of these rounds. It must be very deflating to constantly be ready to throw, only to have Marquez move slightly out of range over and over, and then land his own precise shots while Pacquiao is trying to determine a plan B. Ring generalship, 10-9 Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 4 to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Pacquiao, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork 10 points to both fighters, and clinching 7 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.243 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.800 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. So round 4 goes to Juan Manuel Marquez, 10-9. And I now have the fight 38-35 Manny Pacquiao. Judge Guy Jutras gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has it 37-36 Manny Pacquiao. Judge John Stewart gave it to Juan Manuel Marquez as well and has it 38-35 Manny Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements gave that round to Manny Pacquiao and has it 39-35 Manny Pacquiao. Round 5, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao lands 12 clean-landed punches and Juan Manuel Marquez lands 18. The running total in the fight, 80 for Pacquiao, 86 for Marquez. Clean punching, 10-9 Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. At 1:57 on the clock, a possible low blow by Juan Manuel Marquez, but the camera angle obscured it. Joe Cortez seemed to think it was and warned Marquez a full 3 seconds later after more stuff had already happened. Manny Pacquiao wants to touch gloves after each of these warnings, but Marquez is all business. Marquez said a threat of attack more than actual attack at first, keeping Pacquiao cautious. Then Pacquiao had a beautiful aggressive flurry around 1:20 on the clock until Marquez's retort at 1:17 was more elaborate and more sustained. He had more great aggression in the last 45 seconds as well. Effective aggression, 10-9 to Juan Manuel Marquez. Ring generalship. Juan Manuel Marquez controlled action and tone. He kept Manny Pacquiao from launching much of his own offense in the first minute with subtle movement, counterpunching, and a looming threat of aggression rather than actual aggression. But then he beat Manny Pacquiao at his own aggressive game in the second minute while also defending responsibly. He's using timing to beat raw speed. Ring generalship, 10 points to Marquez, 8.5 points to Pacquiao. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves that happened in this round to avoid avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Manny Pacquiao, ducking to Manny Pacquiao, bobbing and weaving to Juan Manuel Marquez, parrying to Juan Manuel Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Marquez, and clinching 7 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.798 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.829 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. Marquez wins round 5 very handily, 10-9. And I now have the fight 47-45 Manny Pacquiao. Judge Jutras gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has the fight a draw, 46-46. Judge John Stewart also gave the round to Marquez and has a 47-45 Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements also gave the round to Marquez and has the fight 48-45 Manny Pacquiao. Round 6, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao lands 8 clean punches and Juan Manuel Marquez lands 13. The running total in the fight, 88 for Manny Pacquiao, 99 for Juan Manuel Marquez. Clean punching, 10-9, Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. In this round, Manny Pacquiao was trying to work his way inside or reach for long punches to the body, but Juan Manuel Marquez was patient and made him pay almost every time, especially with that whopper at 146 on the clock that had Pac-Man retreating. Things were quiet from both fighters in the first minute, but after that, it was Juan Manuel Marquez who was much more confident in his aggression, with Manny Pacquiao willing but cautious and was doing much more escaping. At 36 seconds on the clock, Marquez with a left hook to the hip, so I'd give a soft warning for that one. Effective aggression, 9.5 points Marquez, 8.5 points Manny Pacquiao. Ring generalship. Manny Pacquiao was visibly trying to figure out what would work for most of the round, whether trying to work his way inside or throwing long punches from distance, realizing by now that Juan Manuel Marquez's subtle circling and backward movement combined with hard, precise counterpunches were a perpetual puzzle. Ring generalship, 10-8 Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 6 to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard again to Manny Pacquiao, ducking 9 points to both fighters, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Marquez, and clinching 7 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.576 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.667 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. An easy 10-9 round for Juan Manuel Marquez in round 6. And my running score is now 56-55 in favor of Manny Pacquiao. Judge Jutras gave that round to Marquez and has it 56-55 Marquez leading now. Judge John Stewart also gave that round to Marquez and has it 56-55 Manny Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements also gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has the fight 57-55 Manny Pacquiao. Drop a comment below on what your score was halfway through this fight. I'd love to hear it. Round 7, clean punching. In this round, 16 landed punches by Manny Pacquiao to 19 for Juan Manuel Marquez. The running total, Pacquiao 104, Marquez 118. Clean punching, 10-9, Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. Manny Pacquiao was very effectively aggressive in this round, whereas Juan Manuel Marquez did most of his good work with counterpunching. Pacquiao did press him into a defensive posture quite a bit though. Pacquiao was less cautious in this round and really increased his work rate. Effective aggression, 10 points to Pacquiao, 8.5 to Juan Manuel Marquez. Ring generalship. Even though Juan Manuel Marquez had to defend a much more aggressive Manny Pacquiao in this round, he still was more successful via defense and counterpunching. Marquez controlled action, but Pacquiao controlled tone. Ring generalship, 9.5 points to both fighters. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 7 to avoid punches and when they happened. Categorizing them, I gave high guard to Manny Pacquiao, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Pacquiao, and clinching 7 points to both fighters. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.326 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.255 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. A razor-thin margin of victory in this round 7, but it is for Manny Pacquiao, 10-9. And I now have this fight 66-64 Manny Pacquiao. Judge Jutras gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has it 66-64 Marquez. Judge John Stewart gave the round to Pacquiao and has it 66-64 Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has it 66-65 Manny Pacquiao. Round 8, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao lands 15 clean-landed punches and Juan Manuel Marquez lands 18. The running total in the fight, 119 for Manny Pacquiao and 136 for Juan Manuel Marquez. Clean punching, 10-9 Marquez. Effective aggression. At 1:34 on the clock, Juan Manuel Marquez complains of a headbutt, but it happened while he was lunging in with a right hook, and Pacquiao was moving away, so that's accidental, and frankly, I don't know why he was complaining. Juan Manuel Marquez started calm and increased his aggression little by little throughout the round, but decreased in the last minute. Manny Pacquiao had medium aggression in the middle of the round but was less effective due to Marquez's movement. However, his effectiveness ramped up in the last minute as he was able to penetrate more. At 28 seconds on the clock, there was an accidental kidney punch by Marquez because Pacquiao was turning, so no point deductions there. Effective aggression, 9 points to both fighters. Ring generalship. Manny Pacquiao had some success later in the round, but then went back to his lunging to land and trying to get out of harm's way, even stepping on Marquez's left foot and tripping almost to the floor. But his gloves never touched though. Juan Manuel Marquez was much more composed, luring Pacquiao into counterpunch and remained composed even after Manny landed some good shots. Marquez is steady in his plan while Pacquiao fluctuates. Ring generalship, 10-9, Juan Manuel Marquez. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 8 to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Marquez, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving equally to both fighters, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Marquez, and clinching equally to both fighters. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.829 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.562 points to Juan Manuel Marquez, a comfortable margin of victory for Juan Manuel Marquez in round 8, 10-9. And I now have this fight 75-74 Manny Pacquiao. Judge Jutras gave that round to Pacquiao and has it 75-74 Marquez. Judge Jon Stewart gave that round to Pacquiao as well and has the fight 76-73 Manny Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements also gave that round to Manny Pacquiao and has it 76-74 Manny Pacquiao. Round 9, clean punching. In this round, Manny Pacquiao lands 12 clean-landed punches, and Juan Manuel Marquez more than doubles him with 25 clean-landed punches in this round. Clean punching, 10-8 Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. Manny Pacquiao's aggression was less effective in this round. He tried to rush in, but was countered and avoided quite a lot by Juan Manuel Marquez, who was more effective with his aggression with his hard counters. Manny Pacquiao started landing consistently between 108 and 52 seconds on the clock, but then Marquez landed much more aggressively after that, despite the fact that Manny was pursuing hard in the last minute. Effective aggression, 10-9, Marquez. Ring generalship. Juan Manuel Marquez controlled action and tone. He moved well, countered hard, including a doozy with less than 10 seconds remaining on the clock, and was overall more composed and in control, whereas Manny Pacquiao seemed in a hurry in the last 45 seconds, as if he knew he was behind in the round and wanted to make something happen. Ring generalship, 9.5 points to Juan Manuel Marquez, 8.5 points to Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves that happened in this round to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard by a wide margin to Manny Pacquiao, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying to Marquez, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Pacquiao, and clinching 8 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.526 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.683 points to Juan Manuel Marquez, a blowout victory in round 9 in favor of Juan Manuel Marquez, 10-9. And I now have this fight 84-84 a draw. Judge Jutras gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has it 85-83 Marquez. Judge Jon Stewart inexplicably has that round for Manny Pacquiao. That's just not acceptable. He has the fight 86-82 Manny Pacquiao, and Judge Burt Clements correctly gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has it 85-84 Manny Pacquiao. Round 10, clean punching. In this round, Juan Manuel Marquez lands 13 clean-landed punches to Manny Pacquiao's 6, more than doubling him again. Clean punching, 10-8, Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. Manny Pacquiao's aggression was pretty ineffective for the first half of the round. He was missing, and Juan Manuel Marquez was using a stiff arm to keep him at distance. Juan Manuel Marquez did his work by luring in Pacquiao for counters and was not aggressive often, but very effective when he was. Effective aggression, 9.5 points to both fighters. Ring generalship. Juan Manuel Marquez controlled action and tone. He waited for Manny Pacquiao to initiate and either use slick defense or counter to reduce Pacquiao's effectiveness. Marquez was more comfortable dealing with Pacquiao's offense and range, whereas Pacquiao was escaping much further and more elaborately when Marquez threw. This showed that Marquez controlled the tone and that he was the more dangerous fighter in this round. When Marquez was making Manny Pacquiao miss, Pacquiao's response was go even faster instead of changing strategy, so Marquez kept control rather easily. Ring generalship, 10 points Marquez, 8.5 points to Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 10 to avoid punches and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Manny Pacquiao as I do in most of these rounds, ducking 10 points to both fighters, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying 8 points to both fighters, blocking 9 points to both fighters, footwork to Marquez, and clinching 8 points to both fighters. If we take the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.74 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.610 points to Juan Manuel Marquez, a very comfortable win in round 10 for Juan Manuel Marquez. Marquez, 10-9. And I now have the fight 94-93 Marquez, his first lead in the fight for me. Judge Jutras also gave that round to Marquez and has it 95-92 Marquez, pretty wide. Judge Jon Stewart gave the round to Manny Pacquiao and has it 96-91 Manny Pacquiao, very wide the other way. And Judge Burt Clements gave that round to Manny Pacquiao as well and has it 95-93 Manny Pacquiao. Both Judge Stewart and Judge Clements a bit questionable in their decision to give Pacquiao that round in my opinion. Round 11, clean punching. In this round, 16 landed punches by Juan Manuel Marquez to 7 for Manny Pacquiao. Again, Marquez more than doubles Pacquiao's clean landed punches. The running total in the fight, 144 for Pacquiao, 190 for Marquez. Clean punching, 10-8, Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. At 1:48 on the clock, an inadvertent rapid punch by Marquez while Pacquiao was turning, so no deductions there. Pacquiao had really nice movement in the first minute to nullify Marquez's aggression. Juan Manuel Marquez was back to his luring Pacquiao in and counterpunching in minute 2, which slowed Pacquiao's aggression way down. Manny Pacquiao had some success through aggression to start the third minute, but then Marquez took control again with well-timed punches. Pacquiao holds his hands up near the end of the round, in my opinion to indicate, I'm ready to go to war, not, I think I'm winning this round. He was hit with too many amazingly timed counters. Effective aggression, 9.5 points to Marquez and 9 points to Manny Pacquiao. Ring generalship. Juan Manuel Marquez has an amazing ability to throw precise punches at the instant he avoids an oncoming potentially devastating punch. His timing is combating Manny Pacquiao's insane speed, whereas Manny Pacquiao had a moment of success, then regrouped, followed by another moment of success, and so forth. Juan Manuel Marquez had a consistent strategy and always brought things back there when Pacquiao was done with his short bursts. Pacquiao's relying on overwhelming, which takes a lot of energy and requires recuperation, whereas Marquez is relying on consistency. That's one reason why Marquez landed twice as many clean punches. Ring generalship, 10 points to Marquez, 8.5 points to Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in round 11 to avoid punches and when they happened. If you categorize them, I gave high guard to Pacquiao, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving to Pacquiao, parrying to Pacquiao, blocking to Marquez, footwork to Pacquiao, and clinching, 7 points to both fighters. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 8.555 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.581 points to Juan Manuel Marquez. An easy victory in round 11 for Juan Manuel Marquez, 10-9. And I now have the fight 104-102. Juan Manuel Marquez. Judge Jutras gave that round correctly to Marquez and has it 105-101 Marquez. Judge Jon Stewart gave that round to Manny Pacquiao, again inexplicable, and has it 106-100 Manny Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements correctly gave that round to Juan Manuel Marquez and has the fight 104-103 Manny Pacquiao. Leading into the final round here, drop a comment below and let me know how you have this fight. Round 12, the final round. Clean punching. In this round, it was pretty close. Marquez lands 16 clean-landed punches and Pacquiao lands 13. The total for the fight, 157 for Manny Pacquiao and 206 for Juan Manuel Marquez. Clean punching, 10-9, Juan Manuel Marquez. Effective aggression. The first minute was ebb and flow between the two fighters. Manny Pacquiao turned down the effective aggression in the second minute. It's crazy how much energy he still has at this point. Juan Manuel Marquez had more effective aggression for some of the third minute, but more of it was dominated by Manny Pacquiao in this category. Juan Manuel Marquez was not able to use aggression to slow Pacquiao down like he did in prior rounds. Effective aggression, 10-9, Manny Pacquiao. Ring generalship. The first minute was even for action and tone control. Manny Pacquiao controlled both in the second minute. Juan Manuel Marquez controlled both in the beginning of the third minute. He looks tired now, but his strategy and technique are still barely holding things together. However, Manny Pacquiao's unending energy allowed him to do what he has done best in this fight, try harder when strategy isn't working. He succeeded in his overwhelming pace and tone enough to win this category. Ring generalship, Manny Pacquiao, 10-9. Let's talk defense, and here are all the defensive moves done in the final round and when they happened. If we categorize them, I gave high guard to Pacquiao, ducking to Marquez, bobbing and weaving 10 points to both fighters, parrying to Marquez, blocking 9 points to both fighters, footwork to Marquez, and clinching to Marquez. Taking the 4 scoring criteria together, the algorithm gave 9.471 points to Manny Pacquiao and 9.329 points to Juan Manuel Marquez, a razor-thin margin of victory in round 12, but it is to Manny Pacquiao, 10-9. And now the moment has arrived, the moment we've all been waiting for, the moment we find out who really won. Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez won. And the answer is Juan Manuel Marquez, 113-112, just barely won this fight for real. It's not what happened officially, that was a draw, but Juan Manuel Marquez deserved to win this fight by 1 point. And so of course that begs the question, were any of these rounds close enough that we could have scored them the other way? Well, here they all are, and you're looking for razor-thin margins of victory, which are the red color. 3 rounds had that happen. They were round 2, round 7, and round 12, all of which I gave to Manny Pacquiao, so none of those help him if we were to reverse the decision in those rounds. In fact, if we reverse the decision in those rounds, the new score would be 116-109 Juan Manuel Marquez. So how did the judges at ringside do overall? Let's have a look. Guy Jutras gave that last round to Juan Manuel Marquez and ended up with 115-110 Marquez. Judge John Stewart also gave that last round to Marquez and ended up with 115-110 Pacquiao. And Judge Burt Clements also gave that last round to Marquez and ended up with 113-113, causing the split decision draw. Let's have a look at a few interesting statistics and fight totals the way I saw them in this fight. First, let's look at the 4 scoring categories overall for the whole fight. Juan Manuel Marquez did better in clean punching overall, 9.833 to 9.0 in the algorithm. Manny Pacquiao did better in effective aggression. Juan Manuel Marquez did better in ring generalship. And Juan Manuel Marquez did better in defense if you take the fight as an aggregate. I know we don't score that way. Then if we have a look at the maximum number of punches landed in any round by Pacquiao was actually more, 27 to Marquez's 25. The minimum number of punches landed in any round by Manny Pacquiao was 6, and the minimum by Marquez was 13. The average for Pacquiao, 13 per round. The average by Marquez, 17 per round. And again, the total number of punches I saw land cleanly in this fight, 157 for Manny Pacquiao and 206 for Juan Manuel Marquez. And before you start screaming about CompuBox scores, remember, I watched much of this fight at 10% slow motion over and over dozens of times, so I'm very confident in the numbers I see, minus the camera angles that obscure some punches here or there for me. So now you know who really won. Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez won. And to the question of whether Burt Clements' blunder scoring in round 1 caused the fight outcome to change, yes, he's the one who had this fight scored a draw, and if he had scored round 1 correctly as a 10-6 round for the 3 knockdowns, he would have had Manny Pacquiao winning this fight by 1 point, giving Manny Pacquiao the victory instead of a draw. However, in a sense, we're lucky he didn't, because that would have been the wrong winner. Drop a comment below and let me know how you had this fight scored, whether you thought the draw was correct or whether you thought something different. I'd be very interested to hear. And if you enjoy detailed, honest scoring breakdowns like this, subscribe to the channel right now. It takes 3 seconds to do so, and it helps me out tremendously. This is where we slow fights down, remove the noise, and learn how to score boxing like a pro. Take a look at your screen right now. You'll see a link on the left appearing with another detailed Who Really Won breakdown, and a link on the right bringing you to my detailed scoring algorithm so you can learn to score like a pro. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you again next time.